Hey, I'm Michelle Agyemang, and you're listening to Gold Diggers.
Brilliant, thank you. Most people do it on like three, four takes. That was amazing. Thank God. All right. So, first question we've got for you over here at Gold Diggers is England call up, first international major tournament. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really grateful for the opportunity that I've been given. And, thank God that this opportunity is laid before me, and I can't wait to get started.
Brilliant. Who was the first person that you told?
So I was at home, so I told my dad first, and then my mum and my cousin came over, and they were all just really excited for me. It was really nice.
Hey, how did Uncle take it? Because I know, yeah, if it was me in your shoes, my dad would be going crazy.
Yeah, he was jumping around. My mum, everyone was like just really grateful to God, like crying. Everyone was just, yeah, really happy, really emotional, but happy.
That's brilliant. Oh, I love that. Obviously, I'm Nigerian, so I get the
Yeah.
yeah, right. So obviously last season you spent the season on loan to Brighton. What were some of your key takes of that motivational factor? It's like what kept you motivated throughout the season?
I think obviously going on loan is a big thing for development. So I think just trying to improve myself as best as I could, but also helping the team to achieve what we achieved, literally going to fifth, which was our best ever finish. So I think what motivated me was the fact that we could push for something greater as a team and also improve myself as a player at the same time.
Brilliant. And this is like a off the ball kind of question, but like in terms of improving yourself as a player, what kind of improvements did you notice in yourself?
I think a bit of versatility playing out wide, especially for the whole season. So being able to adapt to different positions and just, yeah, being confident no matter where I was on the pitch.
I love that for you because obviously having that versatility, girl, important. It's definitely key. And
Yeah.
obviously for the Euros this summer, Adidas is focusing on friendly rivalry, and we just want to know what that means to you.
I think obviously going into any competition, you want to go and win. But obviously, we know that we have people ahead of us, big teams, great players, but also knowing that they're also competing for the same thing, being respectful, but of course, still going out on the pitch and doing what you have to do, no matter who's ahead of you. But being respectful, as I just said, yeah.
I love that, especially the part about being respectful as well, because obviously when you've got competition against your rivals and obviously rivalry within the teams as well for competing for some different positions as well, you do need to have that level of respect. So can we talk a little bit about having that level of respect and what that kind of respect means?
Yeah, I think just being graceful on the pitch, I think. Obviously, for example, going into a challenge, like without that intent to hurt someone, but going for the ball, just being respectful of your opponents, no matter if it's a loss or a win, like going out there, showing class, like being graceful.
And for you, how important is it to have that kind of friendly competition across both the national and the club level teams?
I think I'm really competitive, so it's nice to go out there and know that you're working towards something, whether it be the leagues, the WSL, or for example, the Euros coming up now. Just having competition and knowing, especially playing against players that I know from Arsenal, for example, and even Brighton, going out there, knowing that we're friends, but also we're rivals on the pitch.
Okay. How do you do that? Because me, I'm just a little bit like, if I'm against you at the moment, how do you keep that kind of friendly nature going into things? Like, I know it's kind of one of those questions where you've got to rack your brain a little bit, but how do you keep that friendly nature?
I think, like for me, especially coming up in the youth age groups when I would be playing against my friends, like I'll still go into the challenge the same way I would if it was against someone I don't know. But then afterwards, like for example, if I fouled you, maybe I'll be like, okay, sorry, like make a joke out of it. But yeah, like when I play, I don't see you as a friend on the pitch at that moment, like when the ball's in play. But off it, no worries, we're friends. But until the final whistle, we're opponents at that time.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. I used to think that off the pitch, it's literally animosity, but I hear it. I actually hear the friendship element. And that's also, it builds good morale for, when you're playing nationally as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Cool. And obviously at Gold Diggers, we often speak about empowering more young Black women to get into football and to kind of like pursue their careers in football as well. And we want to know from you, do you have any Black women's footballers that have motivated you or inspired you, either past or present?
Yeah, I think especially when I was coming through Arsenal, Rachel Yankee was one really big player at the time at Arsenal, both and England as well. And then Dan Carter.
Oh.
I think she's still around now, obviously around the game, just gave birth. But I think those two were especially big for me, coming around and seeing like someone of the same color as you to play at the highest level was really inspiring for me.
I think Rachel Yankee is such a common one. I had a sit down with her not too long ago, and just the advice that she gives out as well as a Black woman herself is just so inspiring. And we want to know, like, obviously, speaking of advice, if you had any advice for any young Black women that want to get to a position that you're in, what kind of advice would you give?
I think just taking the opportunity that's placed ahead of you and being confident in yourself, in your skin color, your ethnicity, your background, and not letting that be a hindrance, but going to chase whatever you want to achieve in life and in football.
I love that. Sorry, I really like that. That was really clean. Thank you for that. And we've got some questions from our community for you. One of them is, if you get to submit music for the dressing room playlist, what song are you choosing and why?
So I listen to gospel like all the time. That's my favorite genre. And I think one that everyone knows that I put in the playlist is Shackles by Mary Mary. I think it's it's got a good message behind it. I think like having fun, taking the shackles off, being free to dance, on the pitch. There's a big message reflecting there, but then also off the pitch, being free and being confident. And I think, it's a good song, upbeat, so it gets people going and everyone knows it. So I think I'd put that in.
I'm not gonna lie, you put Shackles on in front of me, I might break down a little bit, like it's such a vibe. And it's so timeless. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Another question was, there's going to be lots of downtime on the camp. What are you going to do in your free time?
To be fair, I guess on camps there's a lot of time to go out and to spend time with teammates off the pitch and just kind of relax and switch off from football. A lot of the girls like drink coffee and that, but I'm not a coffee drinker, but maybe I'd go out and have a hot chocolate or something. But yeah, just spending time with my teammates, like knowing them better and just chilling.
Love that. And the last question was, what are some of your personal check marks for the Euros?
Obviously, like the big one is winning the tournament. I think that would be a great achievement, seeing what the girls did in 22. It would be nice to repeat that again. And then, I think personally, making appearances for the team, scoring goals and doing as best as I can to help the team win games to get to that big achievement, which is to win it.
Brilliant. And that is all the questions that we have for today. That was really nice, quick and easy. Honestly, thank you so much for your time. And Michelle, hopefully we will see you soon. And hopefully we get to see you score some goals in the Euros, girl.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
No problem.